So, chapter 13, the first chapter of the Blue Book, trace, servi, three slaves. So, the grammar from the chapter, we saw infinitives and conjugations. The infinitive is the second principal part. We talked about principal parts. And we also talked about conjugations. These are families of verbs that form the same way. And you can identify a verb's conjugation easily by the infinitive. Also, we may or may not have talked about stem vowels in the present and imperfect tense that also vary according to the conjugation of the verb. If we have it, we will in the future. But most importantly here for the Cambridge material is using the infinitive to identify the conjugation. So regular infinitives are going to end in vowel re, and what that vowel is going to tell you what the conjugation is as well. So if it's a first conjugation verb, the infinitive is going to end in a long are. If it's a second conjugation verb, it's going to be a long ere. If it's a third conjugation verb, a little different. That's going to be a short ere, so it won't have a macron, a long sign over that e. We have its fourth. If it's fourth, it's a long ire. Okay, so they actually go in alphabetical order, right? A, R, E is first, and the two E's in the middle, the long E for the second, the short E for the third, and then the long I in the fourth. Right? So you want to memorize identifying conjugations by using the infinitive, right? The infinitive forms. And the infinitive is basically to plus the verb. So to run, to work, to sit. Right? And it gave us a few verbs also. The verb willow, I want, nolo, I don't want, postum, I'm able. And then we saw the forms of those verbs, most of the forms of those verbs. And these are verbs that complete their thought with an infinitive. So I want to do something. I don't want to do something. I'm able to do something. So you'll have the willow, the nolo, or the postum word plus an infinitive completing a thought. And this use of the infinitive is called the complementary infinitive because it completes the thought of the verb that introduced it. Right. So in this translation, trace servi, I have underlined all the infinitives. Hopefully, I got them all. And we're going to see if we can translate them correctly, see what conjugation they are, and see if they're complementary infinitives. Okay. So as we go, we'll underline the conjugated verbs. So first the italics. Okay, so the first verb is laborant. Trace servi is nominative. Trace does not. Decline doesn't take endings, but servi does. Servi is second declension nominative plural, so I know that's my subject of the plural verb laborant. So three slaves work in Wheela in the house. Remember the H words, he, kai, coke, are this or these. So haik Wheela, this house, is in Britannia. Servi, nominative plural again, diligenter laborant. So the slaves work diligently, carefully, hard. I remember a lot of adverbs end in E or TER. Because dominum expectat. So dominum, that's accusative singular. That's not my subject, right? Expectat, it's a plural verb. Don't have a new subject, so it's still servi, right? Or just they, we could say, because they expect or they are waiting for dominum, the master. So servi, nominative plural yet again. So subject first, verb last, deplorant, typical word order. So the slaves complain, deplore, they complain about vitam duram, their hard life. Okay. And a slave named Pilus, pecuniam numerat. So he counts money, right? Pecunia, of course, is accusative, so it's receiving the action. So he is counting money. And he says, iterum pluit. Right? Pluit is a impersonal verb. The subject is going to be it. So it means it rains. So it rains or it is raining. Iterum, again, semper pluit. It is raining always. It always rains. Nos solum nunquam videmus. So we never, nunquam, never see the accuser of the sun. So nunquam here is an adverb meaning never. If you take off the n, you get ever. Just like you take the n off of never, you get ever. Right? Umqua means ever, and umqua means never. So we never see soul in the sun or third declension accusative here. That's the direct object of oedemus, what we don't see, right? Much like Alabama in much of the fall and spring. Don't see the sun, but a lot of rain. Ego ad Italium redire volo. All right, so here we have an infinitive redire. And it looks like a fourth with that IRE, but this is actually an irregular verb. It's from that to go verb. So looks like a fourth ending, so I'll grant you that. So the verb, the conjugated verb is volo, right? So another volo coming up. I'll go ahead and mark. Right. So volo, I want to do something. So an infinitive would neatly complete that thought. So I want redire to return. Right. See how that works? I want what? To return. Right. The infinitive is to plus the verb. I want to return ad Italiam to Italy. Right. So I to Italy to return want. I want to return to Italy. I volo want again. Now I want vedere to see. To see what? The sun. So on. Vedere, of course, is second conjugation. Long ere is second conjugation. Another guy, Volubilis, the one that looks like Spock. Canam and Kalina parat. So he, parat, he prepares the accusative Canam, he prepares dinner in Kalina, in the kitchen. And he says, ubi es vinum. Right, remember, ubi could be where or when. Not likely he's saying when is the wine. Right, I'm sure he's saying where is the wine, right? That's going to make sense. So where is the wine? Video, I see the accusative, nullum venum, no wine. Quis, remember, is a question word meaning who. So quis, who housed it, who guzzled it, who drank it all up. Right, we saw this before. It's a perfect tense verb. S is a stem clue that is perfect. Right, it comes from harit. It's be it there be it R if it was present. So who guzzled it? Perfect tense. Or who drained it? Who drank it aggressively? Who drank it up? Okay, ego. Okay, now the verb with ego can't be the infinitive, right? Right, the main verb is going to be conjugated. That means it has an ending. It's put into a form. I am not able, non possum, not able to do what? I need an infinitive to complete the thought, a complementary infinitive. I'm not able, bibere, to drink aqua, water. I'm not able to drink water. Right? Notice the stuff that has to do with the infinitive is being placed in front of it. That's typical, right? Just like a typical word order, the stuff that has to do with a particular verb is placed in front of it. And so here, the stuff has to do with the infinitive is placed right in front of it. Right? That's typical for now. Remember, these word order rules aren't going to be applied strictly as we get into more complex Latin, but for now, it's very helpful. So I, non possum, am not able to drink water. Bibere, third conjugation, because it's a short ere, right? There's no macron, there's no long sign over it. Short ere, so it's third conjugation, right? You want to know that. Got to get that down. Aqua est foida, water is foul. Okay. And then Breggins, who may become your new favorite character if he isn't already. Go ahead and mark these verbs. Okay. So Breggins, palimentum lawat. So he washes the palimentum, looks like pavement, the floor. So he washes the floor, he is washing the floor. And he says, ego laborare nolo. So ego nolo, I don't want. Wait, what do I want? No, I don't want. I don't want to do what? I need an infinitive to complete the thought, a complementary infinitive. I don't want laborare to work. Right? To work. Which of course is first conjugation of this are, long are. Fessusum, I am tired. Multum venum bibi. Right? Bibi, right? That's a perfect tense verb. Right? The ending here is a clue because it's that pronoun I ending, right? So it means I drank, right? Bibi, bibisti, bibit. So BB is I drank multum vinum. I drank much wine. Well, that's the mystery of the wine solved. Ego dormire volo. So ego volo, I want. dormire, to sleep. And this is a fourth conjugation. Right? Long IRE tells me it's fourth. So I went to sleep. So that's your first action here with Breggins, right? He's drunk and cleaning the floor. So you know he's doing a good job. Werica, Subitu Wheela Mintrat. This guy's name, Werica, I think we saw him in the intro sentences. So Verica suddenly enters the Wheelam, the house. Werica est Willicus. So Verica is the overseer, the manager. He's still a slave, but he's like he's in charge of the other slaves. And Verica says, servi, slaves. Dominus noster. Noster is our. Right? Noster is how you say our. O-U-R, our. Okay. So Dominus noster, our master. Advenit arrives, right? Notice there's no macron over the E, so this is present tense. So he arrives, eratus, angry, or when the adjective describes a subject, as I'm sure I've said before, we could take it like an adverb. So we could say our master angrily arrives, and that works, right? Advenit, he comes to, he arrives, right? Apud Cantiacos servi congratulationem fecerunt. So among the Cantiaci, it's going to be a tribe. Among the Cantiaci, the slaves congratulationem fecerunt. The slaves made a conspiracy or a plot. Right? Fecerunt, perfect tense. The errant definitely tells you. Also the long E that comes from facio. Right? It'd be an A there if it was present. So made a conspiracy or a plot. The master is vulneratus, wounded. Right? Vulneratus, wounded. So you know he's in a good mood. And here's Breggins, who's no doubt will make a good impression as he's drunk and cleaning the floor. Nos de hac congratione adire volumus, rem nara. So, nos, the verb is volumus. We want to do something, a complementary infinitive, adire, which is fourth conjugation, right? So we want to hear, and then just a prepositional phrase, de about hac congratione, about this conspiracy. Right, this case here, hac congratione, you're going to learn pretty soon, right? This is the ablative case, which is the last of the major cases you have to learn. Right? But we'll get to that in the upcoming chapter, which are almost there. So we want to hear, de means about. Very often it means about this conspiracy or this plot. Rem nara. Nara is an imperative. I mentioned these before. It's a command. So it comes from the verb naro, narare. But it's a command to one person here, to Verica. So tell Rem the thing, right? That's a bit of grammar is going to be coming up pretty soon as well. Okay, so that's the first translation of the Blue Book, right? Chapter 13, on our way to 20. So until next time.